Diddy allegedly approached the boy. Diddy and the boy began talking about his career, and then Diddy said the boy could be a good candidate for an upcoming project. Defendant Combs told plaintiff he wanted to speak to him privately about some potential opportunities that defendant Combs had in mind for plaintiff. Defendant Combs guided plaintiff to the back rooms of the event. Defendant Combs and plaintiff went into one of the back rooms together. Defendant Combs shut the door to the back room behind them. At this point, Diddy allegedly gave the boy some alcohol. And I want to pause here to note, if you followed the P. Diddy trial at all, you know that multiple witnesses testified that Diddy allegedly plied them with alcohol that was sometimes drugged. Multiple other civil lawsuits allege that Diddy forced survivors.
What's up with the YouTube? The feds is still on your boy P. Diddy. Let's see what they got on him.
LAPD just revealed they have multiple things they're looking to charge Diddy with. And whenever you have more than one charge in play, a RICO is always an option. The news broke after the John Doe lawsuit against Diddy. So a John Doe recently sued Diddy, alleging that Diddy gave him spiked liquor and then took advantage of him at a Hollywood party. The John Doe alleging they were a minor at the time and they were essentially fed into the grip of Diddy. And the John Doe is actually famous. And that to me is the most interesting part about this. The John Doe will reveal in the court.
I seen a little bit about this on Twitter, and I seen people speculating that it could be your boy Justin Bieber.
Where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. He signed to Usher. I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go buck full crazy.
And I seen a lot of videos that people forgot about. Is I don't know if you guys remember Jay Versace, but he accused Diddy of some wild things back at a Diddy party.
So I was scrolling on TikTok and saw this.
Could be one of them two, could be somebody new, but at this point we believe him. Yeah, we already know what's up.
Followers, they are a child star. They are famous. They are a public figure. They're filing under John Doe to conceal their identity due to career ramifications this may have. Now, I don't know exactly who John Doe is. I do have my suspicions.
A former child star slams P. Diddy with a disturbing civil lawsuit. He alleges the singer sexually assaulted him at a Hollywood party. Speculation is stirring about who this star could be, but the newest allegation in the Diddy case comes from an unlikely source, a former child star who says Diddy performed oral sex on him at a Hollywood party when he was still underage. And this brings forth a whole host of questions. Like, for instance, could P. Diddy face more criminal charges relating to these accusations? Is his current conviction relevant to these accusations? I mean, does it bolster them? Where does this civil case fall in line with the rest of the civil cases he's already up against? And above all, who is this celebrity child star? Well, the latter question is all speculation because the former child star has filed the lawsuit under John Doe. So we don't have an actual name, but we do know that it's a male who was reportedly already famous when the alleged incident happened.
Here's another clue. Their acting career started in 2004.
Hey, I don't know if y'all ever seen that interview with Usher on Howard Stern about what he was seeing at Diddy's house when he was, what, 12, 13 years old?
To New York City. And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp?
Yeah, that's what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
in the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
Nah, not really.
Come on.
but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place. And I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans.
And your parents
Jodeci,
were
Mary
okay?
J. Blige. They didn't know nothing about this shit.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 in the morning with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem.
Yeah.
I had like,
What
like
a
living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
So, I don't know. But I don't think Usher would come out now and do that. And I don't know. You never know, though. But I don't think it's Usher.
What y'all think it is, man? Because this person is a child actor or they're famous, to me, that gives them more credibility. Because I don't see the reason why somebody famous or a celebrity will come out, file a lawsuit under John Doe, make up these false allegations against Diddy that they know are going to be proven false and in a court of law. Like, I just don't know why. Like, what would a celebrity gain from this? See, the regular person will gain the attention they want.
And they coming for him. They want him to go to jail. They're not just coming for money.
The clout they want, and possibly a settlement. If you are a child actor and a celebrity and you essentially have all to lose, like you're already famous, you coming up with these allegations will only ruin your name and public reputation. I just don't think a celebrity would take that risk if they knew these charges were false. Diddy was not the only person that's included in this lawsuit. They would also include a talent agency that they believe kind of set up this party for Diddy to groom and meet and violate minors in the industry. They feel like these people knew that these minors had no business being at that party by themselves, but they kind of sent the minors there knowing something like this would have happened. And the fact that they are including other people, including a talent agency and specific dates, to me is, listen, man, I'm not willing to just call this frivolous or cloud chasing, bro.
Crazy.
They're bringing in other people. They're bringing in dates and times. This looks bad for Diddy.
According to the lawsuit, the boy started his career acting in about 2004. Plaintiff, meaning John Doe, immediately began working in the entertainment industry, securing initial roles that provided early professional exposure and experience. The lawsuit alleges the boy was on some high-profile shows, but it doesn't specify which shows. It does, however, say the alleged incident happened involving Diddy back in 2007, meaning the boy would have had about 3 years experience in Hollywood at the time. Now, according to the filing, the boy reached out to his agents for help with his career, and this is common in Hollywood. They arranged different networking events where he could go and mingle and meet people. And it was all basically to build visibility with other actors, directors, and celebrities. And that, according to the court docs, is how he met P. Diddy in 2007 at one such networking event in the Hollywood Hills.
With all that information, who y'all think it is, though? They started acting in 2004, and by 2007, they said some high-profile shows, a kid. Who y'all think it is? Hey, look, around that time from 2004 through 2007, it was a couple shows. They said Drake and Josh, Ned's Classified School Survival Guide, The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, Feel of the Future. Was that a cartoon? Feel of the Future. Nah, Feel of the Future, That's So Raven, Zoe 101. I don't know. When they say That's So Raven, it could be your boy Orlando Brown. It could be Orlando Brown. That's who it could be.
Yo, Diddy, you gave me the Ushkash Kuswash. You gave me the Ushkash Muaf, the Shuswash. Diddy. Yeah, son. I mean, you gave me the Ushkash Muash. I love it, yo. I love it. You gave me the Ushkash Muash.
And
Ushkash Muash. You know what I'm talking about, Diddy?
You never know.
The suit titles this section as, quote, the attack on plaintiff, describing what allegedly happened. According to the child star, he started off at the party by mingling with people and then noticed P. Diddy talking to some other actors who were in the crowd. But eventually, Diddy allegedly approached the boy. Diddy and the boy began talking about his career, and then Diddy said the boy could be a good candidate for an upcoming project. Defendant Combs told plaintiff he wanted to speak to him privately about some potential opportunities that defendant Combs had in mind for plaintiff. Defendant Combs guided plaintiff to the back rooms of the event. Defendant Combs and plaintiff went into one of the back rooms together. Defendant Combs shut the door to the back room behind them. At this point, Diddy allegedly gave the boy some alcohol. And I want to pause here to note, if you followed the P. Diddy trial at all, you know that multiple witnesses testified that Diddy allegedly plied them with alcohol that was sometimes drugged. Multiple other civil lawsuits allege that Diddy forced survivors to drink alcohol.
Hey, but when you see the tape, that his exposed tape that came out on Twitter, and when you watch, I seen it, bro, it was on the timeline. And that boy got him a really like a 2-inch, a 3-inch. It could be one of the two, but.
Now I'm trying to say this in the most heterosexual way possible right now. I'm really struggling with this to actually say this out loud, all right? But when you said that he wasn't well endowed, I was not prepared for what I saw in this video.
Yeah, he's a smaller guy. Well, I mean, I don't know how to put it, but yeah, I mean, he's not that large in that area, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, as someone who is in the adult industry, and guys in that industry always measure themselves, and that's used as a marketing ploy and everything else like that, how big do you think Diddy is?
I mean, I was trying not to look as much as possible, but it's hard not to see it, but I would say maybe a couple inches, maybe 3. I don't know. Like,
3 inches?
Yeah, it's
3.
Yeah, that's from what I seen. Yeah.
Your boy got him a 3-inch one, so he's moving around the world like an angry man. He became a billionaire straight off his anger. And he's moving like the Joker because he has a 3-incher. That's a dangerous man. Get him off the streets, keep him off the streets, because he's going to continue to be like this.
Drink alcohol that had allegedly been drugged in order to sexually assault them. According to this most recent filing, John Doe alludes to a similar situation. He says that Diddy gave him some alcohol and then allegedly began touching him and rubbing inappropriate parts of his body. Unexpectedly, defendant Combs started to touch plaintiff. First, defendant Combs began to rub on plaintiff's arm. Plaintiff told defendant Combs that he did not feel comfortable with the way defendant Combs was touching him. Defendant Combs tried to relax plaintiff and continued to touch plaintiff, moving his hands down plaintiff's body, beginning with touching his arm and then down to his stomach. It all culminated with Diddy allegedly performing oral.
What type of party is this? Like, you don't see Diddy walking into a back room with a boy and closing the door. Like, who's at these parties that you don't see? Like, what type of adults are there that's allowing this to go on? Like, that's crazy. That now nobody want to speak up and talk about they was at the Diddy parties. Like, this is sick. And there was a lot of adults seeing this happen. They had to be seeing this happen. Diddy's outside by the pool and he's just walking in the house with a 12-year-old and going into the back room, closing the door. Like, come on, y'all niggas is sick.
Who once again was a child at the time.
If you are a Diddy defender and you really want to excuse Diddy, you could very easily make the point. Diddy did this in a party full of people. You think Diddy is that bold to do this in a party full of people with a child actor he never met before? He took them in a separate room, gave him spike liquor, took advantage of him, risking this child actor running out the room and screaming, "He raped me, he raped me, he raped me." Right? Like, come on. To me, that right there is like the only response, but I'll be real, I don't think even that response is strong enough, because I do feel like once you start to name dates and times and bring in other people who's a part of this, I don't know, bro. It's looking terrible for Diddy, man. LAPD did announce, and it's unclear if this John Doe case or instance is a part of it, but LAPD did reveal they believe they have enough to charge Diddy with two particular things, right? Two set of crimes involving SA. Now, it's unclear when they're gonna charge Diddy, if they're gonna charge Diddy, but they did say they believe they have enough and they're moving forward.
Well, Diddy allegedly touched himself. Defendant Combs then pulled up his pants and told plaintiff he would see where they would go from there for the role that he had in mind for defendant Combs' project. Plaintiff was in shock and pulled his clothing back up. After this, the boy was left completely alone. According to the lawsuit, he was in total shock, so he waited for his ride to come and then he left. P. Diddy is listed as a defendant in the lawsuit, but so too are some of the talent agencies for their alleged involvement. The child star alleges it was their duty to protect him, and they didn't. In fact,
sick. Diddy is sick, bro. Look at this freak ass nigga. You just tried to go give a, like, what? You did that to a kid, a young boy, bro, for what? You got $1 billion, like. That's sick, bro. This nigga's a freak. Keep this nigga in jail, bro. He needs to just might as well just stay in jail forever.
the child star alleges it was their duty to protect him, and they didn't. In fact, the adult agents allegedly didn't even attend the party and instead encouraged this child star to go alone without a chaperone. Plaintiff is informed and believes, and thereon alleges, that defendant Combs and agents spoke prior to the event in order to conspire to create an event disguised as an industry meeting in order to provide defendant Combs with an opportunity to come into contact with minor children like plaintiff. Plaintiff believes that the agents knew that Diddy had a reputation for sexually assaulting children and urged the boy to attend the party anyway. Now, this lawsuit was filed on Monday, June 8th in Los Angeles Superior Court, bringing forth a slew of allegations, including childhood sexual assault, sexual battery, negligence, intentional infliction of emotional distress, false imprisonment, violation of the Ralph Civil Rights Act, negligent supervision of a minor, and sexual harassment under Civil Code 51.9. Either way, P. Diddy himself has completely denied the allegations. His team told local TV station KTLA-5 the accusations are, quote, false and ridiculous. His team released a statement saying, quote, "He's just another hater in a long list of people trying to get in on the money gravy train encouraged by personal injury lawyers. Mr. Combs has never sexually assaulted anyone, and that includes any child. These allegations will be disproved like all the rest." So that's Diddy's stance, but according to the LA Times, investigators on the West Coast are taking a closer look at all of these allegations. The Times reports the LA County District Attorney's Office has been reviewing sexual assault allegations against P. Diddy, and that the LAPD and Sheriff's Department have presented 2 separate cases for possible criminal charges. So is this John Doe case involved? Could P. Diddy face additional charges, maybe even state charges out of California? I don't know. These are all questions I need an expert opinion for.
Good news and bad news. If Dave's tried twice, then clearly, the case is not as concrete or as strong as you would want it to be because they haven't charged him yet. Bad news is, they're gonna charge you. Like, I don't feel like these people are type of people to like investigate, have a charge, try to charge you with it. The grand jury didn't really go along with it, and then they drop it. I feel like they're coming for Diddy. They're gonna R. Kelly him. R. Kelly was in jail. There was a day where R. Kelly got a bond from his random fans who bonded out R. Kelly. R. Kelly already had a warrant out for his arrest for a new case like that same night. That's how they're gonna do Diddy. If Diddy gets out, the first thing you want to do, my boy, get out of the United States. Take Cassie, for example, bro. All right, because when you in their faces and you remind them of what you did, that's just where the investigation gets deeper. They're gonna bring more victims, right? They're gonna bury you. But if you get out of their faces, you go to a third world country somewhere, bro. You go to Cuba, you go to Liberia, you go to somewhere in West Africa, and you just chill off the grid, off the map. I feel like they'll leave you alone. But if you think, right hand of God did it, I ain't lying to you. If you think you about to get out of jail, get to Harlem bopping and Harlem shaking, on top of the cars, can't stop, won't stop,
stupid,
back on top of the world, billboard in Times Square, get right back to Diddy stuff, you are sadly mistaken. They're gonna get you out the paint. Just get yourself out the paint, bro. Get yourself out the way, man. Leave. because them folks not playing with you, bruh. And if they got 2, they probably got about 10 more, right? They just was able to get 2 to probably stick, right? Come, you know, like put it together, submitted it. Nah, that's not enough. Okay, cool. They're about to draw it back in, you know, finesse it a little bit, change it up a little bit, and resubmit it. I'm telling you, bro, they about to resubmit it how many times they need to, Diddy. You is going to jail. Man. 2 years ain't enough, man. Brian still played in them folks' face. They want blood and flesh.
But this plaintiff, by definition, and in the text of the complaint, is no longer a minor. There's no good reason why his identity should be shielded.
And just to explain this to our viewers, when P. Diddy is served with this, or his team, whatever, they get, you know, this lawsuit and it says John Doe. Did they actually get to know the identity of this person, or is it simply just John Doe to them too?
I suspect, I mean, Diddy is well represented. They will have a very good idea as to who the John Doe is.
Yeah, they gonna find out.
Still, what it denies
them good
is
lawyers
and investigators the tips that you get in these cases. So in other words, if, as I suspect, they move to have John Doe's name made public, they will start to get a lot of feedback from the public at large as to who this person is in terms of his credibility. It's just making the defendants fight with one arm tied behind their backs, and I just don't think as a matter of due process it's fair.
And again, to remind our viewers, this is a civil lawsuit. These are allegations. He doesn't have criminal charges involving all of this. But isn't it kind of tricky to bring a case like this? Because according to this child star, John Doe, this happened back in 2007. Obviously, we're now in 2026. If there was any cell phone data, maybe they have it still, cameras or video, like things would be a lot different now versus then. I mean, do you think, obviously there's a different burden of proof when it comes to a civil case, but isn't that an uphill battle bringing an allegation like this from, you know, more than a decade ago?
I agree, because they will have the burden of proof. The plaintiff, the John Doe plaintiff, will have the burden
just coming
of
for
proof,
cash. That's what makes it seem
by
sus.
preponderance of the evidence or clearing.
I understand y'all want some bread for the damages, but that's what makes it seem sus and makes it seem like you guys are just coming for money when you're not trying to make them go to jail. Like, he like fondled you while you was a young minor. Like, he needs to go to jail. Like, forget the money.
Convincing, it still will be his burden, and it will be harder to carry that burden in light of, as you said, there probably would be spoliation or destruction of any contemporaneous communications at the time, if any, and some of the technology was older than in any event. So I think that is a disadvantage.
He had red though. He got the good. He had some good cameras.
But it also, you know, I've been on the other side of these, and it's harder for the defendant in a he said context.
Let me know what y'all think, man. Y'all think Diddy innocent? Y'all think Diddy cooked?
Hey, come on, Flakko. You know Diddy's not innocent. He's gonna go to jail, like you just said. They're not gonna let him keep running the streets like a Harlem shaking maniac. But thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. I'll get back to y'all with another video. Thank you.